Hello and welcome to day 18 of our October Pilates challenge. It's Sunday. You may be preparing for a nice big busy week ahead. So let's go ahead and get into those core muscles, starting to integrate concepts of how we strengthen and support and lengthen across the back as well. Laying all the way down, first and foremost, feeling that length across the spine. So taking a moment to reach outwards through the hips, both across the front pockets and the lower back, reaching evenly between the right and left side, and then begin scooping the abdominal muscles in and drawing the ribs together so you feel that hug around the waistline, widening through the shoulders, opening through the chest, and lengthening through the back of the neck as you draw the chin down and up, right? Feeling that stretch across the spine, and let's just wake up that Pilates breath. Inhaling through the nose, expanding across the back of the body, and then exhale out of the mouth as you wrap the waistline and feel all the parts of the core activate. And inhaling through the nose, and that nice deep exhale out of the mouth, wrapping the waistline, drawing the ribs in. One more time like that. Inhale. And that deep exhale, feeling all the sense of space across the spine. And then finding your hundreds position. We're gonna go right into it. So legs can be on the floor, placed as far from you as you comfortably can and still have the foot flat. Rounding up from those ribs, pulling the ribs in towards you as you draw the inner thighs together, reaching through the shoulders and lengthening through the neck. Or option 2, float those legs up into your tabletop. Or option 3, right legs can go long, wrapping the heels and the toes slightly apart so you activate those inner thighs a little more. Choose what feels best for your body today. Inner thighs, abs, ribs, shoulders, and then pumping with breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Expel the lungs. 4, 2, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, lengthen through the shoulders, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, wrap the waistline, and 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, lengthen through the neck, and 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, dive the belly in, and 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and last one, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, reach those legs all the way down long as the arms lengthen overhead. Taking a moment to reach across the room. How are those hundreds feeling, right? Can you start feeling more of the core staying activated the whole time? There always be those reminders, right, of pulling the ribs and the abs and all the pieces, right? But hopefully that's starting to feel a little more like that you got the stamina of it, right? You can feel that strength. All right, now wiggle those fingers and toes. And let's go ahead and circle those ankles and wrists for 3 and 2 and 1. And then reverse that for 3 and 2 and 1. Getting ready for that spine stretch of roll up, right? So you can soften those knees to put the foot on the floor, right? A great way to release any tension out of the hips or the lower back, or the legs can be all the way straight. You choose what feels best for you. Squeezing those legs together in either position. Abs pull in, ribs drawn tight, slide those shoulders down away from the ears. And then slow and with control, hands come up to the ceiling, chin to chest. Inhale as you round it up. And then exhale over those legs. Drawing the shoulders away from those ears. Inhale as you round it back down, rolling through that spine. And exhale. And inhale as you round it up, lifting through that waistline. And exhale into that stretch, long neck. Inhale as you round back down, rolling right through that midline. And exhale. And inhale as you lift up and away from those hips. And exhale into that stretch. And inhale as you round it back down, peeling through the spine. And exhale, 2 more. Inhale as you round and lift. And exhale forward. And inhale as you round back down. Inner thighs, abs, ribs, shoulders. And exhale one last time. Inhale as you lift it up. And exhale into that stretch. And inhale, round back down, rolling through the body. and exhale. All right, go ahead and draw those knees into your chest. Rock yourself up to sit, and then we're going to turn ourselves around. So coming onto all fours, placing those hands wide, creating lots of surface area underneath that hand, underneath the shoulder. So giving yourself that alignment. And then placing the knees underneath those hips and making sure that you're giving yourself the right length, right, for the spine. A lot of times I see people cut themselves off or kind of overstretch it, right? So try to feel out where that alignment would be so that your skeleton is supported. Now within this, a lot of times there's a sense of kind of pushing into the floor in a way that allows the shoulder to sink. And that puts all that pressure onto the wrist. And I want to really avoid that by broadening through the upper back. Now, so far when we've talked about our shoulders, right, we started thinking about your lats, how you can slide those shoulders down away from the ears. We're still going to use that as a concept here, but I want to start integrating your serratus. Your serratus is a great muscle to help stabilize those shoulder blades. And a nice way to feel this out, right, to start waking up this as a concept, is let's push the floor away. Let's think of broadening through the upper back. So instead of letting those shoulder blades wing outwards, I want to actually create as much width and space here as we can. And in doing so, you might actually feel a significant stretch in that upper back, right? Totally cool, go with it. Still lengthening outwards through the neck. So you're going to be looking at the floor directly in front of you. And then finding the abs and the ribs. All right, we've switched orientation to the floor, so it feels a little different when you're finding your core in this new orientation. Keeping those abs and ribs in, start scooping the belly button into the spine as you start lengthening across the lower back. And it might actually even feel like you're tucking the tailbone slightly, but see if we can find more length rather than scoop. Not really scooping quite yet, but feeling a sense of drawing the belly button in, so now the lower back feels supported. Now keeping that, those broad shoulders, the long spine, and just step your right foot back, curling the toes under, gaining a sense of reach outwards through the heel. And in this, you'll feel a bit of a calf stretch. But we want to think of where that alignment is being placed, right? So we're not sinking into the right arm, keeping those shoulder blades wide, drawing the abs and the ribs in. And here, think about that length across the lower back, right? So where is that alignment? As we begin to explore proper full plank position, right? And then slowly release that right knee down, trying to keep that centered alignment from the core. Again, feeling out the shoulders, abs, ribs, and then step your left foot back, curling those toes under. Try to keep the weight centered in the arms. Notice any adjustments or shifts that have happened. All right, let's try to feel out every vertebrae lengthening along the room. Drawing the abs and ribs in, try to square those hips off as you reach back through that left heel, a little calf stretch. And then scooping through the core, bending that knee back in. Nice. Now, if you're feeling this as pressure in the wrist, I'd really like you to put a little more focus in the upper back, right? So that we're not winging the shoulder out, right? So let's go broad upper back, scooping the abs and the ribs in, long neck. And now stepping your right foot back, again, keeping that centered quality, right? Scooping those abs in towards you. And then keeping that lift across the shoulders, step the left foot back. So we actually end up coming into a full plank. Now within this, again, I'm not cupping the hands. I'm thinking wide in the fingertips, broad hands. And then lifting up across those shoulder blades. Hands might start getting a little shaky here, right? You're drawing all that work into the core. Strong upper back, long neck, abs, ribs. Lengthening across that lower back. Let's take 3 deep breaths right here. Huge exhale. And 2. And exhale. Keep pushing into those shoulders. Nice. And 1 more. And exhale. And then release those knees down. Round across that back. Sit it back into that child's pose. If you'd like to open those knees, if that makes it a little more comfortable for you, please feel free to do so. And in this position, widen the shoulder blades, allow the arms to drape towards the floor. Right, got some nice intensity built up in that. Planks are amazing core exercises. Woo! And then go ahead and round yourself up. Face forward for 1 quick moment.
And let's just do a little stretch on the shoulders. So think about reaching across the room, expanding through that upper back. Right? Now flip the palms so the palms face behind you. Scoop through the core so you're feeling that lift in the rib cage. And now reaching those arms as far back as you comfortably can. Keep the neck long. And then wiggle the fingers. See if you can go just a little further. Keeping the hands, again, still lined up with the shoulders. Keeping the chest lifted. Wiggle the fingers. And then take a nice big hug. Crossing one arm over the other, widening the upper back as you lift the elbows. And then reverse sides. Whatever arm was on the bottom, bring to the top. Again, wide shoulders, lift the elbows. Scooping up tall. And release. Awesome job, you guys. Hopefully you feel a little more warmed up, kind of ready to go for the rest of your week. I'll see you tomorrow.